We've got some quick fire questions to get started with.
Well, they are quick fire. They're kind of either or answers. And it's just to get a little bit to know a bit more about you. And we do these whenever we have a guest, but we kind of tailor them a little bit more for the guest in question. So you'll see what I've done here. Feel free to expand on them or just give us your one word. First one, 9 holes or the driving range.
Oh, give me 9 holes. Yeah. I get in a zone on the range, and I always hit a great on the range, and I just need to get on the course more. So I'm gonna go with 9.
Yeah, I think that's the popular choice.
Yeah, it is.
Netflix or YouTube?
Oh, YouTube for sure.
Is
that even a question?
It shouldn't be, but unfortunately, we've had a few people say Netflix, which we're a little bit disappointed about. It's the one that's a little bit more tailored to you. Steve Jobs or Elon Musk?
I mean, that's like Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Like, they're both clearly top. I don't know how I pick between them. I'm gonna go with Steve Jobs because he made a couple of the products, not physically made, but he's responsible for some of the products that are the only reason that I am into tech right now. So I'll go Steve Jobs.
Tiger or Jack Nicklaus?
I'm gonna go Tiger. And I know some of the people a little older than me might not go Tiger, but I'm going with Tiger.
Good shout.
Driving or putting?
I mean, I want to say driving, but I'm going to go putting because I feel like that's the strongest part of my game. And what they say is true. You drive for show, putt for dough. I feel like that's really, I feel like I play with a lot of people who pick driving and then the putting falls apart and it's kind of a pain to see. So I'm going to go putting.
This next one might not be the best, but I kind of got a little bit inspired by, partly because it's slightly techy and it's something we're doing so much of recently, but Zoom call or face-to-face meeting?
Zoom call is good. I like a good Zoom. It's quick. People want to get off, so they try to get everything done as quickly as possible. Face to face, you got to go somewhere. You gotta put your nice clothes on and everything. You don't know what kind of pants I have on right now.
He's got any on.
I was going to say, if you have any.
Exactly.
that face then.
First app you open in the morning?
Well, the alarm goes off, and then I'm gonna say Twitter.
Favorite golf brand, if you have one?
Callaway.
That's something we'll come on to a little bit more.
I was going to say, I want to elaborate on that a bit.
Okay, so this one, Augusta, right? You can play Augusta, which obviously is the holy grail for golfers. It's like impossible to get onto. But Augusta on your own with no playing partners, you can't film it. It's just you going out enjoying the course. Or 18 holes at your local course with 2 friends and Tiger.
Oh man, that is a good one. That's a really good one. I'm gonna say 18 with my friends and Tiger at the local course, because I would learn a lot from that. I would learn about how he attacks the course, how he plays. I might get some swing tips. I'll probably never get the chance to play with Tiger again. Maybe I'll get to play another really nice course again. But I feel like watching Tiger tear apart Galloping Hills in New Jersey would be something pretty wild.
That's the name of a golf course, Galloping Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I feel like what's worrying is that Marquez has probably got more chance of playing with Tiger than you, Rick, which is going to just destroy Rick.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the final question, again, this one's a little bit more tailored towards you. Something I was personally interested in to know. You're going away for a week's vacation, but it's a little bit of work as well, as obviously would be for yourself. You can't just turn off that much. You can only take one smartphone. What are you taking?
One phone. Honestly, right now, I'd take the iPhone 12 Pro, because I know a lot of, there's better phones at certain things, but a lot of photos and videos from this phone look better than any other phone at the moment. And if I'm only going, playing a little golf, maybe I take some videos, take some scenery photos. I'll probably take the iPhone just to be safe.
It was actually your review we watched the other day. So we'd been filming here, and Rick's got an iPhone 11 Pro, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
We're all team iPhone here. And he's been he really wants a new one. He wants a 12 Pro, but you wanted a Max, didn't you?
I wanted a Max, and I watched your review, and I must admit, I watched your review, and actually, I was ready. My finger was pressed on buy, and right at the end, you kind of said, "Oh, I'm not," whatever the line was. I'm not quite sure, and I went, "Oh, let me just put that away for a little bit." I want to, because obviously shops and stores and stuff are closed over here at the moment. Well, they've only really just started to reopen again. I wanted to get my hands on a Max to really get the feel of it, because I've got 11 Pro, and obviously with the Max, it being a better video and a better photo. We use iPhone a lot for some of the clips that we shoot on. I mean, the video footage is incredible.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. So do you have the 11 Pro or the 11 Pro Max?
11 Pro. I have had
Okay.
Maxes in the past, but this time with the extra benefit of the Max phone, I felt like there was something a little bit more special in there.
Yeah. I mean, I watch your videos and I feel like I can see the iPhone footage. Like when you get those moving angles and those iPhone shots, I see that. I'm like, that's a perfect use of the iPhone camera for that stuff. Yeah, the Max is just, it's a great camera, obviously, don't get me wrong. But a lot of my review is focusing on, should you get the 12 or the 12 Pro Max, right? And the difference between those two is so small, you could get either one and be fine. But if you have an 11 Pro, I won't talk about either one of those upgrades. They're going to be an amazing camera again. You get HDR added to the mix with all the the sun coming in the side of your shots and stuff like that. So it could feel like an upgrade. I just wouldn't spend another 100 or 200 to get the Max just because it's the Max.
It
I'm
feels to
still
me
a bit lost there.
It feels to me a little bit like Apple's products are getting almost like. So I've just got the new watch, but SE version. I always kind of like having the better Apple stuff. But for me, the 6, it didn't feel. I mean, obviously, it had the always on display, and it had a few different features, like was it the ECG and stuff, which you might use once or twice a blood oxygen. But it feels like Apple's products are getting closer, and also with the normal 12 and the 12 mini. In terms, I mean, obviously, much more than I do, but in terms of the specs, they do feel quite similar to the Pro this year.
Yeah, a lot of that is just in like how mature, that's the word I like to use, how mature the product category is. For their phones and their watches and even the iPads, they're very mature. So the difference between the best one and like the almost best one is almost nothing.
I want to dive into golf. You get some
Sure.
great questions on, some of the answers there. What's your greatest golf achievement?
Is definitely my hole-in-one. I don't really have any other golf achievements, so I feel like it has to be that. But
Talk me
when
through
I
it. Talk us through it.
Yeah. Okay. So the course got torn up. It doesn't exist anymore, which is sad. But it's a course in New Jersey. I was playing with my uncle, who doesn't play much, but he was a lefty. It was on the back nine. I want to say it was like 15 or 16 or probably 15. And it's just a short par 3, a little bit uphill. And I remember I was playing, the course was almost empty. And my uncle was like, he was like kind of like walking out of the woods or something, and I was like not sure he was watching my shot. So every time I play with him, I'm like making sure he watches every shot. So I was like, here goes nothing, and I said it out loud because I wanted to make sure he knew I was hitting. I hit the shot, 2 hops, rolls in, hits the pin, drops, and we just looked at each other like, I think that just went in, and we just had to run up to the green and make sure it really did go in. Yeah, I've never hit another hole-in-one since, but I feel that's easily my best golf accomplishment. That's super rare. Have you got
Yeah,
a hole-in-one?
I have. Yeah, it was. It's definitely up there as one of my greatest accomplishments. I got it in Open qualifying, so I was trying to qualify for the Open in 2017, so 3 years ago. Now, the only thing, and I can't actually believe this happened, considering I pretty much only hit golf shots on camera to some degree, my hole-in-one was not on video. Now, luckily for me, there was probably about 40 to 50 people around the actual golf, because with it being a tournament, it was on the 17th hole, so quite near the clubhouse.
Yeah.
My group had a fairly decent following, and it was quite a nice picturesque par 3. That was the only saving grace, that there was lots of people around, and you could bloody hear us when that thing went in. I mean, the whole amphitheater of the hole exploded, and it was such a flush golf shot. But yeah,
It's the best.
I was asking everyone, has anyone got that on video? Has anyone got? And literally, no, I couldn't believe it. So I still need one on video. I think the day when I get one on video, that's when I catch you up on subscribers. That's when I overtake you on Twitter. That's when I take you over on Instagram. Because some of your numbers, not only on obviously YouTube, on other platforms. I mean, you like 4.4 million followers on Twitter, right?
I think that is probably correct. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a hole-in-one on video either, so I think that, and it's also, you described the atmosphere. That's real though. I've witnessed some other hole-in-ones. I used to be a caddy. I caddied for a hole-in-one, and on the same course I got torn up, playing it years later, 2 holes or 3, whatever the last hole was is also a par 3, and I saw someone else freak out and start sprinting towards the green. I was like, that's a hole in one. Like,
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
tell
you
when it
know.
happens.
Well, I've been present to about 11. Like, I've played with people. Yeah, I've seen a lot of hole in ones. Some are classic where you can proper see it go in and everyone explodes on the tee. Others are a little bit more subtle where you're not sure it's gone in or it's a blind green and you've walked up to it and you're walking around and going, just check the hole. Has it gone in? And someone gone, oh yeah, it's gone in. And that's a much more subtle kind of approach. Guys had 2.
I have had 2, but the story's not great. The first one I had as a junior, I was playing with my friend's like father, who was a junior kind of coordinator, so at least was a witness. But it was honestly a horrendous shot. I tried to like punch a 5-iron, a bit of a tiger stinger, thinned it. It was horrendous. It bounced over a bunker, went over the green, couldn't see it go in at all. Got there, and it was in. And I think I was 15. So part of me was obviously over the moon. I've got a hole in one. But it was a horrendous shot. And what made it even worse, this is the worst part of it, it got put in a local magazine. It's like obviously a tiny distribution, like a little local magazine. And it put it down. I was playing off the yellow tees when I was playing off the whites, which are further back. So it said something like, Guy Charnock hit a 5-iron 120 yards. And I was like, no, I was trying to do a little stinger from like 150. So that kind of ruined it. But so Marquez, obviously we now know that you